Hey swimmers, just got another question. This one's from Lamore Sear. Hope I'm saying that correctly. But this swimmer is actually having a little bit of trouble with their feet on breaststroke. They're hitting the lane lines and they're having a little bit of trouble, just in general with, the placement of their feet after they load the kick. Well, with breaststroke, it has kind of like this hidden feature that's behind it. If you're going to become a breaststroker, if you're going to use it a lot, then you really have to develop a good feel for the surface of the water. And this is something that's very common with a lot of breaststrokers, a lot of recreational breaststrokers and developing breaststrokers, is that their feet can come out of the water. A lot of times they're kicking the lane lines and different things like that. There's a couple things to keep in mind. Make sure that you can, for the most part, can stay kind of in the center of the lane. If you are doing lap swimming like at the rec center and you plan on doing a lot of whip kick, and there's an empty lane, then it's probably a good practice to actually move over if you can use it and use an empty lane, because the kick itself is so wide and it kind of covers a lot of ground. Number two, when you load the whip kick, you need to have a good feel for the surface of the water. And what you really don't want to happen is for the kick, your feet, to actually come up out of the water and kind of break the surface. You want to keep it below the surface. And the best way to do this is that when you're pulling your heels up, when you're loading the kick, you want to make sure that your knees drop a little bit in order to allow that to happen. What you don't want to do is have your legs straight across and then load really high, having your feet break the surface of the water, because then you're going to lose the kick. And if you want a good rule of thumb when it comes to loading the whip kick, then you want to pull the heels up to your bottom, and you want the flat surface of the top of your foot to actually be about 2 or 3 inches below the surface of the water. You don't want to hug too close, because you actually want the traction of the water to kick against when your kick rolls around. All right, you actually want that. So don't hug so close, like within a ½ inch or so to the surface of the water, because then you're cutting it pretty close, and with the waves and the variances and things like that, you may have a lot of kicks that actually whip out of the water and you're kind of kicking against air, and that's not really what you want. So Lamore, I hope this helps you out, and I hope this cleared things up a little bit and made things a little bit easier to do as far as the whip kick with general lap swimming, or for recreational purposes or things like that. So if you guys have any questions, then please leave them below and I'll be sure to answer those as soon as I can. But good luck out there, swimmers, and I'll see you soon.